This is Forest Nash, and you're listening.
Please help me. My name is Casey Moore. I'm at 25 Nancy Drive. My best friend's been stabbed. He's bleeding everywhere. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
Somebody's been stabbed? Can you tell me what happened?
We'd been out at the reservoir. We were heading back to his place when we heard this whistling all of a sudden. He just started freaking out. He screamed at me, told me to hide. I'd never seen him like that, and I just panicked and ran and hid in a bush.
Oh no. Forest.
Then what happened?
He went up the road and talked to someone. I couldn't really hear or see anything. It sounded like he might have known the person, and they just stabbed him.
Casey, was his attacker the whistling man?
The who? They had a mask and wore all black? That's all I know. Please, we need help here.
I'll get you help, but I need to know. Where did the masked person go?
They left. They left him to bleed out. I waited until they were gone, then dragged him into the garage and called 911.
Wait, why didn't she make sure he was dead?
I don't know. I think I heard them say something like, "It's not so funny now, is it?" before they left, but please, he needs to get to the hospital. I can't drive, so we need an ambulance.
Forest, the ambulance was destroyed in the explosion at the gas station. You should get all the info you can.
What's your friend's name, Casey?
It's Jason Parker.
Can you tell us where Jason was stabbed?
They stabbed him in the stomach, and then stabbed him again in his leg when he was on the ground, and it's... Oh, the knife is still there in his leg.
We'll be right back. Peggy, patch us through to the hospital.
On it. Phoning St. Gabriel's now. Switch to line 2.
Hello, St. Gabriel's Hospital. How can I help you?
Hi, this is Forest Nash from 189.16. We have a stab victim at 25 Nancy Drive named Jason Parker. He's been stabbed in the stomach and the leg. He's bleeding heavily.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. With the ambulances, well, you know.
I know, but please, we need something, or he's going to die.
Forrest, Listen, you're going to have to get him here. We need to see him, and we can't get there ourselves right now.
We don't have any way to drive him right now. And even if we did, he's bleeding out fast.
All right, listen. We need to buy him time to get here. That means stopping the blood first, and then finding someone to stabilize him. To stabilize him, you really need someone with first aid training. Do either of you have any?
No.
Me neither.
Damn it. I'm really sorry about this, but I have other patients who can't wait. All I can do is talk you through the procedure as quick as I can, and then leave the rest to you. You think you can handle that?
We don't really have much choice. Hit me.
Okay, from the top. If he's bleeding out, then you need to get him comfortable and try to stem the bleeding. Lay him down. Apply continuous pressure directly to the affected areas. When the bleeding slows, get a clean cloth of some kind and hold it over the wounds.
Get them comfortable. Apply pressure. Clean cloths when slowed. Got it, I think.
You said he was stabbed, right? If the object he was stabbed with is still in him, don't take it out. It's stopping the worst of the bleeding right now. If anything, you should secure it so it stays where it is.
I wouldn't have thought of that. It makes sense, though. God, that was a lot of info. But I think we can handle this.
Glad you got it so far, because there's more to go.
I'm still with you, Doc. What else do we need to know?
If he's lost a lot of blood, he may enter shock. If he does, act fast. If you applied a cloth and it's bleeding through, don't remove it. Just apply another on top of it. If it's safe, elevate his legs to get blood circulating to his vital organs. Try to keep him warm. Get him to rest and reassure him. We need the patient to stay calm.
All right, don't replace bandages. Elevate his legs. Keep him warm and calm. This is a lot.
I'm really sorry. That's as much as I can give you right now. Try to stop the bleeding, find someone to get him stabilized, and get him here as quick as you can. Good luck.
All right, Forrest. Casey's still on line 1.
Hello? Hello, Forrest, are you there?
I'm here. How is Jason doing?
Badly, he's still bleeding. I need help. I've been putting pressure on his stomach wound since you left, but he's still bleeding. I don't know what to do.
That's good, Casey. The nurse said to do that.
What about the knife in his leg? It's gotta be hell. Should I pull it out?
No, don't touch the knife. The bleeding will get worse if you pull it out.
Are you sure? I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop making suggestions.
No, don't worry, Casey. We're a team here. We're all going to get Jason through this. Casey, is his leg wound bleeding right now?
I hate looking at that knife. Yeah. It's bleeding. His stomach is worse, though.
All right. I think we need to leave that knife alone.
All right. I'll just keep putting pressure on his stomach for now.
Forrest, can I have a word?
Casey, I'm going to have a quick word with Peggy. Keep putting that pressure on and let us know when the bleeding is under control. You're doing great.
But what if something happens?
We'll still be here. Just shout if you need anything, and we'll be there. I promise.
Okay. I'll wait. Jason, please be okay.
What's up, Peggy?
We can't stay on the line with her all night. Dawn is still out there. What if other people need us?
You're right. She's probably on her way to her next target right now.
Exactly. And you heard the nurse. We need someone there with training who can stabilize him. He's got to get to the hospital somehow.
Any suggestions, Peggy?
I might. A little before you started working here, KFAM did a mandatory first aid training course. Me and Karen missed it because we were away on a producer getaway.
You skipped it, didn't you? Never mind. So, how does KFAM's first aid course help us?
Casey said they're at 25 Nancy Drive, right?
Yeah? Why?
They put up a bunch of cheap houses around there about 10 years ago. So a bunch of people here at the station live around there.
Do you think any of them could help Casey and Jason?
Probably, but I don't know who lives there. And since I missed the training day, I don't know who knows first aid.
Could you call them and ask?
I don't know everybody's numbers. I've only ever called Karen. Everybody's personnel info is probably in Reggie's office.
Got it. I'll look through their files in Reggie's office. It's a life or death situation. I'm sure they won't mind.
Right. But there are a couple of problems with that. It's sensitive information, so Reggie probably locked it in his safe.
Great. Do you have any idea what the combo for the safe could be?
Not a clue. Reggie's a serial note-taker, though. Maybe something in his office will give it away. Right. There is something else.
I'm not gonna like this, am I?
Have you ever heard, "The future is floppy"?
Peggy, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about floppy disks. Floppy disks are like these futuristic things that have information on them. You put them in a computer and they do something.
Peggy, I know what a floppy disk is.
Anyway, Reggie decided that the future is floppy and started phasing out our physical records and replacing them with these floppy disks. I imagine it's the same for our personnel files.
That's good to know. Since we haven't heard anything from Casey, I'm guessing Jason's okay for now. I'll check out Reggie's office and see what I can find.
You'll need a key for that. I'll just slide it under my door now.
Thanks, Peggy. I'll just have to look around.
Good. I'll patch my mic down to the office, so you'll hear me over the intercom.
Looks like I need a 4-digit code. Could this be it? Nice! Hey Peggy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you find what we need?
I got the safe open, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking for in these files.
We need to know who can do first aid, and we need them to be close to Nancy Drive. Anything further away than a street or two is probably too far. Anyone who ticks those two boxes is our best bet.
Got it. I'll take another look at the files. I'll let you know when I find something, or don't. Hey, Peggy. I think Reggie's on to you and Karen. Maybe don't bring those little drink umbrellas into work for a while.
What? Why are you reading my file? You need to find someone who can help Casey. We already know I can't. Don't waste time.
You're right. I'm sorry. I need to focus on possible candidates. I can read the rest of this later. Get a load of this, Peggy. Apparently, I'm a lone wolf type.
Forrest, what are you doing? We don't have time for this. We have a man literally dying on the line, and you're more interested in you.
You're right. I'm sorry. I need to focus on possible candidates. I really shouldn't have read both. We're in a hurry. Hey, Peggy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Did you find what we need?
I think I know who our best bet is to help Casey and Jason.
All right, good work. Who should I... Hello? Is anybody there? Please pick up.
Casey, I'm here. What's wrong?
Jason started going pale. I tried to get him to rest, but he just threw up everywhere. What's happening? What do I do?
Were you guys drinking earlier? Maybe it's a nasty hangover.
No! Jason doesn't even drink! Forrest, I think he's going into shock. But the bleeding seems to slow down. Did I mess up? Jason, I'm sorry.
Casey, calm down. You've done everything right. I need you to listen to me, okay? For Jason.
What did the nurse say to do about shock?
Casey, I need you to elevate Jason's legs. We need to get the blood flowing to his vital organs.
Got it. Jason, stay with me. I'm just gonna move you. This might hurt. Okay. I propped his legs up on some boxes. I'm looking at my notes. We need to get Jason as warm and comfortable as possible. Do you have anything you could use nearby, Casey? Yeah. I still have some laundry next to me. I'll wrap him in some blankets. Just give me a second. Sorry. Sorry. I'm done. You're gonna be okay, Jason. Just relax now, okay? Forrest, I'm scared. He's not doing well. Is he gonna...
Jason is going to be fine. Just make sure he knows he's going to be okay, okay?
Okay. But please, I can't give him what he needs. Please send help. I can't lose him. All right, Forrest, we need to hurry. Jason doesn't sound like he's doing too well. You said you knew who to call earlier? Who was it?
We need to call John Hedges. He lives on Nancy Drive. He didn't really participate in the first aid training, but he's a former war medic. He's probably the most trained person we have.
Really? I never really spoke to him before. A war medic, huh?
Yeah, and according to Reggie's notes, John keeps all of his old equipment at his house. He's something of a hoarder.
All right. What's his number?
5420735.
Calling now. Let's hope he picks...
Who the hell is this calling me at... What time is it?
John, it's Forest Nash here at KFAM. We have an emergency and we need your help.
Forrest? If this is a work emergency, then it can wait until the goddamn morning. Just leave me a note like everybody else.
A man has been stabbed by the Whistling Man, or... Never mind. He's lost a lot of blood, and he's passed out. We need you to help him.
The Whistling Man? What kind of joke is this?
John, we're not kidding. A man is gonna die if we don't help him right now.
Seriously? I haven't been called on for over 10 years. Where's the patient? What's his condition?
He's at 25 Nancy Drive. I think we got his friend to stem the bleeding, but he's gone into shock. He's passed out right now.
You say he was stabbed? Do you know the extent of his injuries?
From what we were told, he has 2 major stab wounds. One to the stomach and one to the leg. The knife is still in his leg, and the stomach wound is open.
Understood. Let me grab a few supplies and I'll head right over. Damned if he dies on my watch.
Thank you, John. We'll let him know you're on your way.
Good luck.
Hello, Casey. Are you there? How are we doing?
Bad. Jason seemed really weak and then just started thrashing.
What about now? Is he still thrashing?
He's passed out. Please tell me you found someone to help.
Casey, help is on the way. My colleague will be there soon.
You hear that, Jason? Someone is coming. You're gonna be just fine. Just hold on for me, okay? Just hold on. Come on.
Hello, Casey. This is John Hedges. need your help. Forrest, Peggy, don't you two worry. We've got this from here.
Okay. Forrest, we'll call you back later. I have to go now.
Good luck, everyone. God, I hope he's gonna be alright.
And with that, the show moves on. We're sending our best wishes to Jason. Well, after all that excitement, I think we could use some music.
Come back upstairs when you're ready.
Record, Forest.
A classic back by popular demand. This is Long Ride Home by the Barn Finds.
It's getting pretty late. This might be your last break for the night, so try to enjoy it. Give me a buzz when you want to go back on air.
Let's roll.
You got it. We've got another call coming through, too. When you're ready, shut the music off. Oh, we have another call coming in, but hang on.
What's up, Peggy? Peggy?
You're gonna want to take this call off the air.
Who is it?
Just do it.
All right, folks, it's time for another track. Here's one to help you sit back and relax. We'll be right back after this. I hope this is good news, Peggy. Who have we got?
Find out for yourself on line 1.
Hello?
Forrest, I'm glad I got back through to you. Sounds like it's been a busy night, huh?
Surprise! It's Leslie, our 911 operator, leading the charge from Henderson to come save us. It's so good to hear from you. Are you okay?
We're doing okay. Sarah and I are both happy to be headed back home.
We're happy to have you too. Wait, Sarah?
Oh, yeah, I mean Deputy Martinez. Anyway, we got back into radio range a little while ago. We've been listening in, but haven't been able to get through until now.
It's been non-stop since you left. Please tell us you're bringing help.
You bet! I'm leading a whole goddamn squad towards Gallows Creek as we speak. Turns out somebody had cut the phone lines. They had no idea what was happening.
That's great news. That's crazy about the phone lines, though. Do you think the whistling man cut them?
I'm guessing so. I don't know how the whistling man did it. But that doesn't matter right now. Listen, we're coming in hot, but we need your help. I know Gallows Creek isn't a big town, but if we don't know where the whistling man is, we can't get him. Her. That's where you come in.
You can count on us. What do you need?
It might be a long shot, but here goes. The whistling man already called up a few times. I bet she calls again. We're still a little ways out of town, so if she calls, stall her. Buy as much time as you can for us to get in. And while you're talking to her, try to figure out where she is. We'll be listening in, so once her location is known, we'll head straight there and end this nightmare.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. Heck, I can see the headlines now. Forest Nash's interview of a lifetime. Anyway, I'll radio the other cars and tell them the plan is a go. Hopefully the next time I see you, it'll be with our killer behind bars. Take care now.
We'll see you soon, Leslie. Oh, thank God. It sounds like this is almost over. We're nearly through this.
I hope you're right. The sooner this is over, the better.
I am right. Trust me. Anyway, we should get you back on air. Taking callers is the only way to see this through. Okay, Forrest, shut the music off. Bringing you back live now.
Welcome back to The Scream with me, Forest Nash. The line is lit up, but before I get to our next caller, I just want to say, things are looking up. It's almost over. But for now, let's bring in our next caller. Evening, caller. This is Forest Nash.
Hello, Forrest. This is John Hedges. I'm here with Casey. I wanted to give you an update on Jason.
John, is he going to be okay?
He's a fighter. He'll be fine. We've got him stabilized and resting in a bed. We're preparing to move him to the hospital.
Thank you so much. If you hadn't been there, then... God, I don't even want to think about what would have happened.
Of course, Casey. We're just happy he's okay.
John, Casey, you two did all the work. Tell Jason to get well soon from us, whenever he's up for it.
Well, why don't you tell him yourself?
Is this Forrest?
Jason, we meet at last.
It's good to hear you, Jason. How are you?
Oh, well, I've got a hole in my stomach, and there's a knife in my leg, but John gave me something to take the edge off. So, I might feel even better than either of you. Oh.
Take it easy until you get to St. Gabriel's.
I will. But, before that, I needed to call you. I'm guessing the whistling man is still out there?
I'm glad you asked, actually. I wanted to talk to you about that.
Go for it.
Casey said when you were attacked, your assailant said something like, "It's not so funny now." Do you know what they meant?
I do. I've heard that voice every day in my head for almost 20 years.
Every day. Does the killer live in Gallows Creek?
No, not exactly.
Hey, guys, I'm really sorry, but there's a call on the other line. I just need to make sure we don't have another situation brewing. You fill Jason in on what happened. I'll be right back.
Forrest, have you ever heard of somebody called George Barrow?
The boy who drowned?
Sounds like everything's finally coming out now. It's been tough to hold it all in.
Sounds like you've been holding back about something awful, Jason.
I'm part of the reason my best friend is dead, Forrest. And the few who knew about it said if I ever said anything, I'd find myself in jail. For a long time. It was hell. And then the town just moved on. Like he'd never existed.
Who killed George that night?
Some of the guys on the football team had an idea for a way we could haze the newcomers. We decided to plan a party in the woods and have the whistling man crash it. It was stupid. We each had a role. I was the stabbed friend. At the party that night, I left the group for a second, met our whistling man, pretended to get stabbed in front of everyone, started an almighty panic. Those screams. That was the last time I saw or heard George alive.
How did George die, Jason?
I don't know. I was playing dead. But when I heard her scream...
Her?
Yeah. George's girl.
Do you remember who she was?
Yeah. He called her Bean. I heard her again tonight, Forrest. Her name was...
What? What happened? Are we still on air?
No, we're not. Seems like the power is completely gone.
How do we get it back on?
I don't, we can use the emergency generator down in the basement. looked it up a while ago in case we ever needed to do an emergency broadcast.
An emergency broadcast?
Emergency? You know, nuclear war, alien attack, broadcasting a serial killer's location to the cops so we can end this nightmare.
Fair point.
It's in the storage area in the far back corner, up on the wall. You might have spotted it earlier when you were digging around for all those tapes. It'll have a big red button. Just press that. I'll see you when you're back.
Far back corner. Why is this station so big? That must be it. Boom! We've got power. The whistling man. I need to warn Peggy. Peggy, are you there? Are you... Peggy? I need to get back upstairs. What the hell? Oh no. Peggy! Where'd you go? No way. This can't be happening. What the... A call. Where's Peggy, Don?
Have some patience, Forrest. It's almost the end of the night. Almost the end of the show. But it's not over just yet. Got a little time still. So let's make the most of it.
What do you mean? Make the most of it how?
Well...
Huh?
I thought we'd end tonight's Whistling Man special with a special guest. The one who started it all. Let me take that out of your mouth and...
You crazy bitch! Let me go!
Welcome to the air, Mr. Teddy Gallows Jr.
Wait.
It's all gonna come out tonight, Teddy. Your daddy and his money saved you 20 years ago. But even if he crawled out of his coffin with all the money in the world...
Wait, where the hell is Teddy? How are you talking to him if you're here with me?
Because I'm not there with you, Forrest. I'm here with Teddy. And if he says where that is, well, he knows he'll get it.
Wait, then... Who am I looking at?
Forest Nash, let me introduce you and all of Gallows Creek to my boy, Henry Barrow.
Your son? You mean you... Wait, That he...
Yes, Forrest. He and I had a son.
So there were 2 whistling men tonight. Of course! That explains how you were always able to get around town so quickly.
Hang on. Did you say Barrel? Then are you?
Let me just get this mask off. Damn uncomfortable thing. No wonder Mooney went crazy wearing this. There we go.
Marie Campbell? George's old girl. Oh, well, it sure has been years since I last saw. Oh, God damn it.
Where are you going with all of this?
Everyone's gonna know now what Teddy did. He killed George that night. This night. 20 years ago.
Listen to me.
You're gonna talk when I talk to you. And not a moment before. Meanwhile, Forrest, I'm gonna give you the chance to talk. You're gonna help me reveal what really happened to George all those years ago.
Okay, Marie. I'll do it.
Good. Then let's talk about the night George was murdered.
Murdered? Listen,
I said you speak when you're spoken to. Now, I know you've done some good work tonight in piecing together what happened to George 20 years ago, and that's why I want you to interview us.
Are you serious? You want me to interview you?
Am I serious? After everything tonight, you really have to ask me if I'm serious. Do a good job. And hell, you might be the only one to leave here alive.
I need to drag this out. If I can buy Leslie time to get back to Gallows Creek, and if I can find out where Marie is, then this can end. Teddy, we'll start with you. Just, talk me through what happened that night. How did it start?
how would I know? It was 20 years ago.
Teddy, be honest with me or we're both going to die.
Honest? Forrest, I'm trapped here with a psycho. Ow. What the hell? God damn it. Okay. Our first team party was coming up. And when I saw the date it was scheduled for, I had an idea for a way we could prank the new guys.
It was the night Mooney, the original Whistling Man, vanished. Isn't that right?
That's right. And, hell, it seemed too perfect to pass up. I was just surprised no one had ever thought to do it before.
Wait. You mean this was the first Whistling night?
Keep talking, Teddy.
We went up near Whistling Point. God, who was there? Me, Jason, and George, of course. But George didn't come alone. He brought Marie. About midway through the night, we put the prank into action.
We looked up at the trees and saw Jason there. Bloody, like he'd just been stabbed. And the Whistling Man. Everyone ran, screaming. George and I and Ricky, we got left behind.
Wait. Ricky was there? Roller Ricky?
He was. And he was in on the whole thing.
Is that true, Teddy? Did you tell him?
What? No, he...
You two were as close close as anybody. I don't believe for a second you didn't tell him. If Ricky had told us, if he just told us, he and George would both be alive still.
Well, if Ricky weren't dead, we could have heard his side of the story.
It was just a stupid prank.
How can you still say it was just a prank?
Oh, come on. Oh, God damn it.
You made George think Jason had been murdered. He thought his best friend was dead.
And so tonight you stabbed him for real?
It's the role he wanted to play.
Jason's still alive, Marie. He was with a friend. We talked her through how to stop the bleeding and got him professional help just in time.
Oh. Well, shame he didn't have the good sense to die earlier. He's gonna regret that. Enough about him. Me and George took off running, but somehow we got separated in the woods. I ended up near the bottom of Whistling Point, and when I noticed George wasn't with me, I panicked. And then, I don't know how he snuck up on me, but the Whistling Man grabs me. I scream, and he starts laughing, telling me it's just a joke.
I could stall for time here. How did you feel in that moment?
I felt like nothing was real. I felt small and confused, and
Who was under the mask, Marie? Who was the Whistling Man?
it was Chuck. Chuck Brody. Laughing away. But then he stops. And he's looking up. At the top of Whistling Point.
What was he looking at? Teddy, what happened next?
Nothing. I mean, it was just
Teddy?
George fell off Whistling Point.
Where were you when it happened?
You pushed him. You were up there. You were dressed as the Whistling Man too, and
I didn't push him, god damn it! I just chased him up there and he kept backing up. When I saw he was about to go over, I reached out. That's what you saw.
you liar!
It's not my fault. He didn't know it was a joke. If he'd had any brains, he would have realized. Ugh, you bitch. No one's going to believe this. After all you did.
If she's lying, why the cover-up?
My future was at stake, Nash. You know what it's like. People like us are bred for bigger things. I'm going to be the mayor of this town, Forest. And then governor. And then, who knows? What happened that night was tragic. It should never have happened. But it was a mistake. It was just a stupid joke gone wrong. So my father sent Clive out to clean it up. Why should a blip ruin my future?
George was a blip?
He wasn't a blip, Marie.
His father covered it up from there. I searched for George's body all night, but
Sandra found him the next morning while out jazz running.
she found him in the river, but she lied about that to protect Teddy.
She said something about her rent going up, unless she... Teddy, did your father own Sandra Sharp's dance studio?
It's Gallows Creek, not Sharp Creek.
I take it that's a yes?
Yes, okay? We own most of the town.
That's it then. Your father was going to run her out of business, unless she lied and said she found him in the reservoir instead of the river.
What my father did in his business dealings is nothing to do with me.
The false reports. That's why you killed Sheriff Matthews, too, isn't it, Maria? Not just to get him out of the way, but...
Everyone was in on it, Forrest. Even the coroner wrote a fake report. Said George was drinking. That he'd just got himself into trouble. And
Fake report? I only heard the tapes.
you'd be disgusted by it.
For all it's worth, Virginia didn't have much of a choice. She had a sick sister whose treatments she couldn't afford. She played along with the gallows to save her sister's life. And her own.
Even still, she should have told the truth. I did my part. I tried everything I could think of. I even went to the newspaper, but no, that coward killed the story. But Maurice Russell is dead now.
You've been through hell, Marie. I'm sorry.
You've got no idea. It never should have started. He shouldn't have pushed my George off a cliff. He should have been punished. But it's coming to a stop. At least for now. Here, where George and I first met, before he joined your football team, was right after he shot the winning throw.
Wait a sec. You're at the football field.
Jesus Christ! Forrest, you idiot! We're in the gym at Gallows Creek High!
I told you not to do that.
Wait!
He's dead too now, isn't he?
He is. Anyway, I think that about wraps up the interview with Teddy. So...
Marie? Where? Oh my god.
Peggy!
Teddy!
Peggy, it's been so long since I've seen your face. I worried you wouldn't come. And here I was, thinking you'd forgot me.
I'd never forget my own sister.
Forrest seems lost for words. Wanna explain, Peggy?
Earlier, while you were speaking to Jason, I got a call. Do you remember? Well, it was from Dawn. She said that my sister Marie was there that night George died, and that I should come to the gym for a reunion.
And when you walked in, you found out.
That my sister is the Whistling Man.
Good to see you too, Peggy.
Why didn't you tell me any of this?
She said that it was my last chance to see my sister. I knew if I told you, you'd try to stop me or come with me when we need you on the radio. And I just...
You should have said something. You should have told me.
I know, okay? I should have. But I didn't imagine this situation then, so just... What happened to you, Marie? You just disappeared one day.
Disappeared? I was thrown out, Peggy. I begged Mom and Dad to do something about what happened that night, but did they care? No. They told me to stay quiet. They only cared when they learned I'd been with George, and...
Marie, I'm so sorry. I never knew.
It's not your fault. Really, it's Mom and Dad I should be seeing right now. But since they're dead and gone, well... I'll have to settle for the next best thing.
Don't. Marie, listen to me. You don't have to do this.
Someone has to pay for what they did.
Marie, please.
Mom and Dad are gone, Peggy. Besides, you forgot me. Just like the rest. You forgot.
Is there any way I could prove Peggy didn't forget Marie?
Jason's gonna forget now.
Peggy! No!
Henry, kill him.
Henry, you don't have to do this. There's still time to make the right decision.
Henderson police! Freeze! No! Henry! Get out of there!
Henderson police! Freeze!
Forest.
Leslie? How's Peggy?
She. Oh my god.
Peggy, where's Marie?
Gone. Bolted right as we got here. The police are right on her heels. It won't be long now. It's over, Forest.
In the dead of night, I can hear you calling to me, and there's nowhere to run.
Officer Teror, come in. One suspect is in custody. We've trailed the other suspect into the nearby woods.
And you won't let me go. Oh no. Here in the darkness, I've got this feeling. It's growing stronger inside of me. It's a killer frequency.